But I got another name that I thought was very, very impressive um, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's Minka Fitzpatrick. To be honest with you, I'm it's too early to say this. It's
Mhm.
it's too early to say this. But if you were gonna guess who's who's about to be back of all the Steelers stars who maybe have struggled in years past,
Mhm.
Minka looks like that guy. Minka looks smooth. Like Minka last year, you could kind of feel just like, there was something missing. There was something up. Something wasn't working. Where we stand today, watching him at OTAs and minicamp, Minka looks Minka looks good. Minka looks like he trusts his corners for the first time in maybe a while. Minka looks like him and Deshaun Elliott know what they're doing together. Minka looks like he's got a third safety in Juan Thornhill and some actual linebackers in front of him. Minka looks good. Minka looks like Minka, to be totally honest with you. And again, it's too early to say that he's back, but Minka impressed so much throughout the last 3 weeks. And I am like, if there's anybody to be excited for, it's all these guys. Darnell Washington would be awesome, but nothing means more to the Pittsburgh Steelers of anybody we'll talk about today than if Minka Fitzpatrick is a legit superstar once again in the secondary. And I'm not going to say he can't be. Last year I was like, Minka might be on the verge of not being that guy anymore. He certainly looks better this year.
Yeah, I mean, there is no doubting that there is just like a renewed sense just across the board, and I think Minka looks, rejuvenated. I think he looks hungry in a different way,
Yes.
and I don't know if it's just this like the Aaron Rodgers effect of just having a new starting quarterback that feels different and feels trustworthy within the locker room to deliver them to what they're trying to do, but. I mean, across the board, like I've only this was my first day. I wasn't there the first 2 days when you were covering them, but the Minka, Cam, all of the veterans, like the leaders of the team, they just look like they are rejuvenated in such a different way. And they even, at training camp last year, everyone's at the clean slate, sure, but there wasn't this sense of like we're here and the pressure is somewhat off, or the pressure was always felt like it was just ratcheted up so much, but it just felt like Minka was just having a grand old time, but he was dominating. He looked athletic in a freakish way. And yeah, I think he's setting up again. Mini camp is an easy trap to fall into in terms of the hype train, but yeah, it's exactly what you want to see out of your star safety and one of your anchors on the defense. So yeah, I'm eager now to see what training camp looks like for him if this is a continuation. Because yeah, 2025 could be the resurgent year for Minka Fitzpatrick. The possibility feels likely now, way more than it did a month ago.
I agree. I agree. Where if Minka's back, the Steelers defense has an opportunity to be elite, and there are some
Mhm.
questions, Deshaun Elliott, you got to look at Deshaun Elliott and go, that dude was a stud last year, but the rest of his career, he wasn't a stud. And you're hoping that stays, but I hope it does because that guy last year at times was the best player the Steelers had on their entire football team, offensive and defensive. You're hoping Patrick Queen takes a step forward. You're hoping Peyton Wilson becomes a 3-down inside linebacker and that Cole Holcomb's a dude again. You're hoping that guys like Derek Harmon are better than Larry Ogunjobi and that you have these dudes and TJ could figure it out on the outside. And if all that happens, which, I think more likely than not, it's going to, if Minka's that dude, he becomes the X factor. He becomes the difference maker of like the Steelers defense is one of the best in the NFL because that's what they missed last year. They had nobody to be the guy outside of TJ Watt and Cam's a defensive tackle. Like he's not changing a game. Minka's a dude who could change a game. And he's done it in the past. And if he could do it again, I'm excited.